customers. Turn $5 into $200 if your bet wins paid in bonus bets. Stay in on the action and use your bonus bets on DraftKings same-game parlays. This gives you a shot at an even bigger payout. Do you love the thrill of live betting? Because DraftKings has got you covered. Bet live on star player props and in-action fights right as they happen. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy Sports and have a shot at cash prizes. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use the promo code SONNEN to turn $5 into $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Logan Paul has challenged any NFL player to beat him in a boxing match. In fact, he said, come out to the gym. By the way, if you do beat me, I'll give you $1 million. Now, I love these Logan Paul open challenges because they're fun, and he's probably right. I would be stunned if there was any NFL player that could outbox him. That isn't like pro wrestling is tougher than NFL. No, it's not like that. Logan Paul's boxed. He boxed Floyd Mayweather for 30 minutes. He boxed Dylan Dennis. He boxed KSI. I mean, he's done it. And he's good. And he's a competitor. And he would enjoy it. I would just be stunned if there was somebody that could match that bill. And if there is, then I suspect that they'll take him up on it. It's $1 million. Just the chance to go in and box Logan. The chance to have a video, particularly if you're going to beat him. I mean, this would be huge for you. He's also going to put up $1 million. Now, I realize that this is a little bit loose, but it does make me curious. How many rounds are we talking? Because I think 3 would do it. If it turns into a professional bout where we're going to do 8, 10, or even more ridiculously 12, which we're not going to do. So let's look at 8 or 10. Then for sure, it's Logan Paul. But is there a guy that's big enough but not too big, that's athletic enough, that's maybe played around with this? I'm just suggesting there might be somebody to take him up on this. And by the way, if that person exists, they will take him up on it, which means the other side of the coin, if somebody doesn't take him up on this, then Logan wins. He's right. That's a concession. I can't beat him. And I'm into the whole thing, I must tell you. I mean, as soon as I heard this, my very first thought is, hey, Logan, can I film that? Can I come in and film this? Can I be the one that tells this story? And also, we're going to need somebody that decides who won. And that can get a little bit tricky because you can't go into a gym and do a sparring set. You would need a promoter that had a license. Like it gets a little bit tricky because now all of a sudden you're having a contest as opposed to a workout, and you might think, hey, Chael, you're being a wet blanket. No, I'm not. I'm a guy that understands the rules. Like, things do get a little bit interesting on this, but could somebody deal with Logan Paul that is in the NFL? Dana had a guy he was talking about. I actually went and watched this guy. He's a rough and tumble son of a bitch. And he wants to be in the UFC. He wants to pursue it. But then, like, in his off season for training, this is what he does. He boxes and does jiu-jitsu, and he's like, good, look. Oh, he's an NBA player. He, with the Celtics, he sparred, was it Sean Strickland? He went out and actually did a workout. Now, he is not a guy that knew what he was doing. He was a guy that had spent some time on the mitts and the bags, but he was a guy that you could show what he's doing. I mean, you could see enough of that. Sean Strickland doesn't really do these spars, and whatever it is, it's not overly nice. So if you can do with no experience with the world champion and stay on your feet, like, is there somebody in the NFL? And this whole thing kicked off, if you guys don't know the backstory, I watched it happen. Tom Brady, who, by the way, what a cool guy. Tom Brady has turned out to be this cool. I like Tom so much more in retirement. I never really got to know him when he was playing. But now he just did something with Daniel Cormier. It turns out that he's cousins with Sean Shelby, who, by the way, grew up right up the road from where I'm sitting right now. And he just turns out like he's this cool guy, but he's very opinionated. And like, he's this handsome guy and this quarterback, and you might think like he's a little bit soft. No, man, this guy is tight. He's a tough leader. And he's made some of these things clear, and he was doing Logan's podcast, and he did not concede or back down to Logan just because he was a guest and it was Logan's podcast. Tom did not give an F Tom was Tom. Just something just a quality I didn't know that he had. And he let Logan know, you are not an elite athlete. And he didn't throw himself in there either. But he said, my friends. He was talking about the NFL. These are the elite athletes. You're not an elite athlete. Logan said, I most certainly am. I can do a backflip up a top rope onto a wrestler who's on a announce table below me. I am most certainly an elite athlete, which Logan is right, but Tom dismissed it. Tom dismissed it. And then he even brought himself, I've won 7 NBA, I've won 7 Super Bowls. So what? We all did something in the past. Can you bring it today? Like, Tom got in Logan's grill on this. And Logan played very nice. But I knew Logan well enough to know that bothered him. Which is, this is what this whole thing stems from. This whole thing where Logan's now coming out and he's calling these guys and he's putting up $1 million. That whole thing you can trace back, and it germinates in that moment where Tom Brady declared that people on the gridiron are better athletes. Now, they use the word athletes, right? And now Logan's brought it into boxing. We got a little bit off course, but here we are, and he's putting up $1 million. He's putting up $1 million. And I do believe that we do need to agree. If that is not taken up, if that offer is not taken up by somebody, Logan wins. That's real money. That's a real offer. And I'm going to bring the cameras. So somebody please accept or concede.